left where those red lights are, that is Soundstage 12, our largest soundstage. It is currently home to NBC's hit singing competition, The Voice, with stars Blake Shelton, Ad Levine, Kelly Clarkson, and Alicia Keys. What's up, Carson Daly?
Hi everybody, I'm Carson Daly from NBC's The Voice. I want to welcome you to the Universal Front Lot. Our show is filmed on stage 12. It happens to be the largest soundstage on the Universal lot. Take a look.
And here are some very famous scenes that are filmed inside Soundstage 12, like Frankenstein back in the 1930s.
I am Dracula.
Say hello to my little friend!
And on your screens, that is what the inside of a soundstage looks like before they bring in all the sets and the camera equipment and the casting crew. It's pretty much just a big, wide open, empty warehouse. It makes it easier for filmmakers to film scenes indoors without worrying about light or sound or the occasional weather here in beautiful, sunny Southern California. These sound stages are 98% soundproof. Really helps keep out the rest of the busy lot with all these trams going by and my lovely voice. Now, this area has seen the filming of Colony, starring Josh Holloway and Sarah Wayne Callies. It airs on USA. Well as Superstore, starring America Ferrera and Ben Feldman. Over to your left, you'll see lots of white trailers. Those trailers could be dressing rooms for actors, hair and makeup, as well as wardrobe and costumes. They are set up for stage 21, which is where Cloud9's Superstore is filmed.
I know it's hot in here, but let's have some patience for one another.
Yeah, you know, the heat makes us all act.
If your face stays where it is, it's gonna get punched.
Superstore is produced by Universal Television, which is part of NBC Universal, one of the largest entertainment companies in the world. NBC Universal not only consists of Universal Studios, but some of your favorite television networks like these. Stage 41 to your right, that is currently home to the new show Champions from executive producer Mindy Kaling. It also stars Anders Holm, and that is where the Mindy Project finished up filming its final season just last year. Oh, we have a Minion sighting over to your right-hand side. Minion sighting. Hey, little fellas. And you never know who or what you might see here out on the Loft. You have 400 acres of working film and television studio. Stage 44 to your right is currently home to Reverie, a new thriller coming to NBC starring Sarah Shahi. And it's also been home to The Good Place starring Kristen Bell and Ted Danson. They're in their second season on NBC. Oh, hey there, Ted. Over to your left, Ted. Teddy Bear Ted. How you doing, pal? Yeah, we're still meeting after work, right? Oh, you know it. Yeah, we don't give Ted too much responsibility here on the Universal Front Lot. I mean, have you seen his films? He is not to be trusted. But we do let him be in charge of these bungalows to your left. They used to be the dressing rooms for some of Hollywood's biggest names, like Rock Hudson, Tony Curtis, Doris Day, and even Jimmy Stewart. Now they're home to Illumination Entertainment. They most recently brought you Despicable Me 3.
Hey, get that back! Get ready.
We've been waiting a long time.
Tornado, run! For the breakout event.
Those minions can be little terrors sometimes, but the master of terror is Sir Alfred Hitchcock. And over to your left, you will see Bungalow 5195. And that is where Sir Alfred Hitchcock worked back in the 1950s and 60s.
My name is Alfred Hitchcock.
Bungalow 5195 now belongs to the De Laurentiis Company, which helped bring the legend of Dr. Hannibal Lecter to the big and small screen. We have two sound stages over to your left, stages 21 and 22. That has been filming World of Dance, its second season. It's a dance competition series from Jennifer Lopez. It stars Derek Huff. Now this is our front lot. We have 28 sound stages located here. We film a lot of interior scenes, but now we are about to enter our back lot. This is where we film the big stuff. Exterior scenes on a very large scale. A lot of the sets you see out here are what we call facades, which are just the front and sides of buildings. We only build what the camera can see, and then our imagination fills in the rest. What appears to be brick or stone is really just foam rubber or fiberglass. Those brick walls you see over to your right, just foam rubber painted to look like brick with a little bit of added texture. One of our most famous backlot locations is our brownstone street to your right. This is where Macaulay Culkin threw bricks off the roof of those brownstones in Home Alone 2 Lost in New York. It's also where Jim Carrey and Jennifer Aniston lived in Bruce Almighty. Here's a great example.
Inside bad, outside good.
Those stairs over to your right-hand side are the same ones Jim Carrey is running down in Bruce Almighty.
Inside bad, outside good.
Beautiful indeed, Bruce. As we leave beautiful Brownstone Street, I will take you back to the future. We are entering Hill Valley for the Back to the Future franchise. And over to your left, you'll see the courthouse. Now you might notice that it looks a little differently than it did in the Back to the Future films. It used to look like this with these pillars back in 1985. Well, production designers built a facade in front of those pillars of that courthouse because after the film, everyone would recognize the set and became too popular, so they had to change it up. That City Hall facade you see now was for the town of Grandview and Jennifer Love Hewitt's Ghost Whisperer. Anthony Perkins was here at Psycho 2, as well as Gregory Peck and To Kill a Mockingbird. Take a look over to your right-hand side. We're now leaving the quiet town of Hill Valley, and we are right in the middle of the Big Apple. Welcome to New York City, everybody. Looks exactly like it, right? A little bit smaller, much less crowded, that's for sure. Now, these buildings are at least 50 feet tall, making it look like they're as tall as the buildings in actual New York. Each window is built a little bit smaller on the way up using a technique called forced perspective. The farther something away is to the human eye, the smaller it appears. And we also have our facades over to your right-hand side, and then over to your left is a just flat wall with paintings on it. From far away, it really pops out, and the camera doesn't pick up the depth perception that our human eye does. So sometimes we get away with not even building any sets at all. We just paint them. Here's Jimmy Fallon to tell you a little bit more about New York Street.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York! I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there. An old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey! I'm walking here! I'm walking here! Hey, it's cool guys. I was just, so it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
Thanks so much, Jimmy. Appreciate it. Many films have filmed on these streets, like Blues Brothers, Pop Star, Never Stop, Never Stopping, Connor and the Style Boys did a lot of their music videos. See a different view of our New York Street over to your right. A Mindy Project filmed down here. American Ninja Warrior set up the whole championship competition series. Even superheroes. Captain America, the first Avenger, he just turned into Mr. Muscle Man himself, went running and jumped on the back of a taxi cab and went swerving all around our New York Street. That was a big action blockbuster filmed partly here on our Metro sets. Here is a big action blockbuster director here to introduce King Kong.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you under the adventure. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
else tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated and hold on to your loved ones. Welcome to Skull Island.
Okay, glasses on, everybody. Legends of Ireland.
Oh man, the turtle!
Everybody give it up for King Kong 363D. You just survived one of the largest and most intense 3D experiences.